Well, g'day people, I'm just north of Fremantle at Leighton Beach, and today we're going to talk about map orientation, and this is really crucial for not only wayfinding but for construction projects, because you want to have when you're building something, you want to make sure that your plans are oriented to the ground, otherwise you tend to build things the wrong way around, which would be a great concern for the Fremantle traffic bridge project. Wouldn't want to get the pilings in the wrong place or something like that. Now the reason I'm doing this is 2 weeks ago I came down here and got into an argument with a couple of members of the team down here, where I was trying to explain to them that all the maps on the northern side of the project are oriented the wrong way. I'm currently facing south and all the maps have been put up with north at the top, which means I'm looking at a map that's effectively upside down, and they just did not get this concept. I tried a couple of times to explain what I was talking about, and this bloke just kept on saying, no, the map's are the correct way up because north is in the top right hand corner and it's pointing up. So therefore the map is orientated correctly. I'm like, yeah, that's correct if you're facing north. If you're facing south, north is behind you. So you want the north arrow pointing down. It's like, no, the north arrow's got to be pointing up. Okay, so what we're going to do as a simple demonstration of orientation of static maps is I'm going to go down to the orange box and I'm going to use the maps on my phone just to show how GPS maps reorientate themselves as we move in space. And look, this should be absolutely, nothing new to anyone watching this. If you've ever used a map in a car or on your phone just walking around, you would know exactly what I'm talking about when you use the wayfinding or directions in Apple Maps or Google Maps or anything like that. But mind blown, this guy did not get that concept, and neither it seemed did anyone else standing around with him. None of them corrected him, so either they didn't get it or they were just keeping their mouths shut. I don't know. Right, I'm going to stop and set up the maps and we'll go down the orange box. Okay, as we can see from here, the map is currently orientated, so it's looking north. And I'm going to, let's see, change this to cycling. Yep, that looks about right. Let's go. And when I press go, what happens to the map? It flips itself around. All right. Amazing, this technology. I guess these things have got a little compass in them. And it's changed the map to reorient itself to the direction in which I'm facing. Now, if you've never seen this before, I guess you've been hiding under a rock for the last 20 years or so. Now, obviously, we don't expect static maps to do this because they don't move. They're not a TV screen or anything like that. And if they're fixed in place, well, they don't have to change. But the reason we're going down to the orange box is because they have some examples there of some very, very good static maps that I really like. And it's not very far away from the project, so it wouldn't be that hard for people to come down here and have a look and see exactly what I mean. And you can see I've turned right and the map has reoriented itself as I change direction. And what I want to show is that when we actually get to these maps, I'm going to try and orientate the map on my phone to match the map that's up on these big pylons or poles, whatever you want to call them. All right, I can just see it up ahead of me. It's on the other side of those funny wiggly sculptures, whatever the heck they're supposed to be. Might be able to see it from here. All right. So there it is in front of me. Let's just see if I can resize this a little bit. So can I do that? That looks about right. And I guess you can see, I don't know if you can, well, let's have a look at this in more detail. Now the key point I was trying to get across there is if we look in the top right hand corner, you can see there's a north arrow, and where's it pointing? Back over my shoulder, because north is back there obviously. And things I like about this map, really bright colours. Okay, I know the land's in grey, but it stands out quite nicely. But the other thing, look, you are here. That's very useful to know. And the Indian Ocean, well, funnily enough, the Indian Ocean is just over there on the other side of the cafe and the clubhouse. And if I wanted to know how to get to the Fremantle traffic bridge from here, well, it's reasonably straightforward, because I would turn left, which is back down there. See, it's all oriented to the ground. And I'd go down here, not along the railway line, down this street, across a path here to Pierce, down Pierce Street, onto Tideman Road, and then boom, off I go. But look what happens when I turn around the corner. Now watch this. So my hand is on the Indian Ocean, and as we rotate around, oh look, my hand is still on the Indian Ocean, because now the Indian Ocean is over there, funnily enough, to my left, and the map is now the other way around, and look at which way north is pointing. North is now pointing over there, because north is over there. And this is now nicely oriented to the ground. And so if I point this out again, how would I get back to Perth? I'm here. I'd go down the Fremantle Loop, which is just there. I'd get onto the path alongside the railway line, and I would go zoop that way. Everything nicely oriented to the ground. Unfortunately, people on the project don't seem to get this.